Hello, welcome to Bob's Dungeon. My name's Bob, I'll be your host. A while back, I found the game Lamentations and the Flame Princess. A few times I've been able to play it, I've really enjoyed the game. One of the neat aspects about the game for me is that there are no stocked monsters. When you run the game, you build your own monsters for the needs of the game you're running. And this takes care of a lot of problems I have in other role-playing games. One of those problems is every time I use a monster in the game from any of the manuals or anything, my players, they really don't play their characters. They don't learn how to defeat the monster. They don't learn how to fight it. They don't run away in terror. They just immediately start referring to the monster manual and going through the numbers to defeat the monsters. And one could say you could just take the monster manual away from them and don't let them look at it. But a lot of these guys have memorized these monsters, so it's a hassle. And that's why I like Lamentations Flame Princess, is it eliminates a lot of that problem for me. So the book we're going to look at today as a supplement to go along with Lamentations of Flame Princess. And you can also use it in other games, and I have, with a little tweaking for specific rules for that game. So what we're going to look at is the random esoteric creature generator for classic role-playing games and their modern-day Simulacra. This book has 48 pages, and that's rather small, but there's a lot of information in here. And it was written by James Edward Raggy IV. It's got a copyright of 2018. All of the artwork in this book is in full color and is pretty good, so let's go ahead and look at that artwork. All of the artwork in this book is in full color, and it goes a long way to showing you just what you can do with your monsters. Some of it's kind of gory, and some of it has some fully naked people in it, so I had to pick and choose my pictures. To use this book, what you're going to need is a copy of this book, of course, and a copy of the core rules for Lamentations of the Flame Princess, or whatever game you're going to use this book for. Now, you will also need a full set of dice. A full set of dice containing a 20-sided die, a 12-sided die, preferably 2 10-sided dice for rolling both percentiles and tens, an 8-sided die, a 6-sided die, and a 4-sided die. This book has a lot of charts in it to help generate your monster, and each chart gives a different aspect of the creature, such as its height, number of limbs, form of locomotion, body shape, powers, and so forth. And it tells you how to generate the hit points for the creature you're creating, its armor class, the damage it does. And there is a lot of information here for such a small book. And it's pretty decent. It goes through a lot of stuff for you. And that's really all there is to it. It's a really good book to help you generate your own monsters and eliminate a lot of that metagaming that players are guilty of. And they can say they're not, but they are. Every player, just about in every game I run, always comes back to playing by the numbers through the monster manual to defeat everything I throw at them. And I hate saying that, but a lot of times that's very much true. So this brings me to 3 questions. Would I mind a game master using the information in this book against me in a game? No. There is some really creepy stuff you can create with this book, and it would be really good to run into it in the game. Probably kill my character, but that happens sometimes anyway. Would I use this in a game of my own? Absolutely, and yes, I have. I used it to make some monsters in a Pathfinder game I ran, and the monster I made wound up being this gigantic squirrel centaur thing with a metal jaw, and that kept my players going for a while. It was pretty fun watching them fight it, and they liked trying to figure it out. Would I recommend this book? Absolutely. If you're going to run Lamentations of Flame Princess, I would consider this book pretty much a must-have. If you want to do something different in your role-playing games so that the players can't metagame their way out of it as much, this is a very good book to have. Of course, you use it in other games. You have to tweak it a little for the specifics for that game, but it can be very useful. Thank you for joining me at this look at this book, and hopefully you'll join me next time where we'll talk about something else. Bye.